Mopani Copper Mines, proud title sponsor of the 2017 Cosafau Under-20 Championship. Mopani, mining safely for the future.
Good evening and welcome to it. It is the last game for today between Zambia and Uganda, the visiting nation coming from the eastern side of Africa. They'll be looking to come here and cause an upset against the defending champions of this tournament. Zambia looking to continue left off last year where they did exceptionally well. You can see this, the scouts have arrived fully. One of those in the stands coming from Mamadi Sundowns, so they're looking for players that they want to know. One player they've been looking at for a while, it is Lamek Banda. And they're going to be signing the young man. We'll find out in a bit as far as this is concerned. Already seen a total of 6 goals scored so far. 3-2 the first game, that was how. It was won by Malawi. Second game as far as Group B is concerned. The game was eventually won 1-0 by the visitors, the Egyptians. But it was a very tight game, I've got to say, Noah, between the two sides.
Yes, it was very tight. And, the Egyptians, I think the heat was really affecting them. But they came victorious in the end. But it was really, really interesting and tough encounter.
And everybody will want to see the home side doing well, as given the fact that you want to get the crowd rallying behind the home side. You want to see them going further in this tournament. A lot of under-17 players been promoted to the side here of Zambia. Let's have a look at the result first of all. 3-2 the first game, that's how it ended, with Swaziland coming back twice, but just couldn't get the third goal to level matters. The Egyptians left it for late. They eventually won it by 1-0. Now, we're talking about it now. Zambia and Uganda, they're in the same group as Malawi. The winner here, depending on the number of goals they score, could go above Malawi, but a draw would be very good for Malawi.
Yes, indeed. Malawi, they've got 3 points in the bag, and now it's between Zambia and Uganda to join them. So the result, a draw, will really favor Malawi. But I think the home side, there will be favorites of this game for them being at home.
So looking at the fans that have come out here today to experience this wonderful game, yeah. But now, before every game starts, you always know we want the tacticians to tell us what they've planned for this one, yeah. First up, it is the coach of Zambia, Mumamba Numba.
Your opponent.
Basically, we don't have enough information about our opponents. I think we are meeting them for the first time in this competition. And we don't have much insight about them. I think we'll just see as the game starts, we'll be able to read the game and then we will know how to handle them.
Coach, you're playing at home. You're the defending champions. You're the team to beat. There's so much pressure on your shoulders. How do you hope to handle this pressure?
Yeah, of course, we just have to be calm and have the belief that we can do it. The boys have worked very hard in training. We have done our preparations very well. I think everything is set and we are looking forward to a good tournament.
How do you hope to line up against Uganda? What formation, tactics are you going to employ this afternoon?
Yeah, we'll use a 1-4-4-2 formation for this game. Then as the game progresses, we'll be able to adjust according to what we'll see.
How many players do you have in the first 11 from the previous champions?
We only have one player from the 2 players from the last under-20 that won the AFCON and that went to the World Cup.
All right. Thank you very much, Coach. All the best.
Thank you very much.
Coach, you're playing the defending champions this time around. How do you hope to defeat them at their own backyard?
Thank you very much. Today's game is a good game. We are facing the champion. We know he's champion, and we know the way how to handle champions. We know the way how to handle champions. Then we are coming up, not only to lose, being that we are playing against the champion, but the champion, he came after winning others. We can become a champions after winning others. Yeah.
How do you hope to become the champions? How do you hope to bring down Zambia?
The moment we put a good show, that's what we're expecting. The moment we put a good show. And I think, I'm trusting my boys, they can put a good show. The moment you put a good show, we can become champions.
All right. How do you hope to line up your lads? What formation are you going to be using, just so you can, guarantee your dream come true?
Yeah, we have to use the 4-1. 4-1. Have one midfielder, 4 defenders, and another 4 midfielders plus 1 striker. And then we know very well the team we are facing, they are good. They know how to use the ball. They are good. They know how to defend. They are good. They know how to use the numbers. So even us, we are set for that. Yep.
You're playing away, so the fans are on the side of the host nation. How have you psyched your players to have enough mental strength to, last the 90 minutes of the game?
Yeah, my players with the mental toughness, they are set. They know how to play away game. Without that, being that a home team have 25%, but 100% I trust my players. They know how to handle the situation.
Coach, all the best and thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So we have it now. We've spoken about what to look forward to here today. But then the biggest thing indeed here is now they've done their job. They've prepared the players. It's all about the players to do the job on the field of play to try and win this one here. So you got 2 former players, 2 coaches who have coached at different levels, and also have coached another 17 level. They find themselves here now in charge of the under 20 teams, respectively. The coach of Zambia didn't make it clear. They don't know much about the Ugandan team. The SA nation is rising very, very quickly as far as the continent is concerned. They qualified for their very first AFCON at senior level in 39 years when they're being coached there by the man that is in charge, Orlando Pirates at the moment. But that looks like that's how things have actually come out here. They're looking very good at the moment. Just confirmation of the countries taking part at the 2017 Cosafau Under 20 Championship. You can see in Group A, Zambia, Uganda, Swaziland, and Malawi. So Zambia and Uganda playing their first game. South Africa will be up against Mauritius tomorrow. Egypt won their opener today against Mozambique. In Group C, it is Angola up against Zimbabwe as well as Lesotho and Namibia to look forward to in Group C. So already we can tell you, Zambia, defending champions. Zimbabwe, former champions. South Africa, former champions. Talking about Malawi, came so close. They were here so far. They need to try and change things around. Namibia also got as far as the final. They haven't won it. Angola, they have that record nobody wants to take. You can see now that is the Secretary General as far as is concerned. They're talking about Mr. Luwewe. Next to him, there's Mr. Mwinji coming from Namibia, the general coordinator amongst those here for today. In fact, he's the commissioner for this particular encounter. The fans of Zambia have come out in great numbers. We are in Kitwe for this one here. Arthur Davis Stadium is where we are. Tomorrow we go to Nkana. We also have the Levi Mwanawasa Stadium waiting for us. It all ends there. Who will be there? Will Zambia be able to defend their champion, to defend their title? Or will be having a new champion this year? It's going to be very interesting.
Yes, it will be, and the standards have been set so high for this team, and to put that in mind, like this is a new under 20 team now. They were all graduated, almost all except 2 of them graduated from the under 17, which won the Cosafau under 17. So we just have to see how they will cope on this age group.
To remember, the man that the coach was talking about, saying there was only one player that has returned here. He was a scorer, a crucial goal that they eventually won the tournament in 2016. Talking here about Edward Chilufya, young man who's now playing his football for Djurgårdens in Sweden. So he's back here in the starting 11 for the side of Zambia. Do you remember, not part of a team initially. He was brought in very late after an injury to one of the players. But then, let's just show progression, because Zambia would have come with a totally new team had not been for that one player that got injured.
Yes, indeed. But with also Chilufya, it didn't feature much on that winning team for AFCON and Africa World Cup under 20. So I think this is the opportunity for him to get a lot of game time on his legs on this level.
He's indeed here. I remember when also they played, that was in both the AFCON as well as in the Cosafau previously. He was a crucial player to look at as well. So now it is time for us to go through the national anthems of the 2 countries, Uganda first.
And now the national anthem of Zambia.
Anthems have been sung here. Zambia up against Uganda. It is all about going through and seeing yourself in the next stage. It all starts with you getting points in the very first game. Malawi has already done it. Uganda have to start doing that, the same thing here. And also Zambia looking for the same thing. Looking at the starting 11, only one player, Edward Chilufya. He's the man that has previously played at under 20 level for Zambia when they went on to play in both the World Cup as well as talking also about the AFCON, respectively. He is the most experienced player in this particular team for Zambia at the moment at the 20 level. Lot of players have played in under 17 level, having promoted in the side here. I know that Ngoza Sunzu, he will be looking to follow in the footsteps of his brothers who have done exceptionally well for Chipolo Polo at this level as well to move forward. Now let's talk about some of the players here from the side of Uganda. Kenny Saidi, the goalkeeper, the captain, is the man to talk about in the side here. Pius Obuyo, it's another one to talk about. Mustafa Kiza, as well as one player that have been really saying a lot about. It is Geoffrey Waswa, and also as well Mustafi Mujuzi is another player to talk about here. The man in charge of the side. He has been here before. He has coached under 17. He has promoted majority of those players from under 17 to find them playing at the moment at this particular level here at the moment for the side of Uganda. So no more Musundire from Zimbabwe, James Emil from Seychelles, and then also having there joining them it is Fiso Ngumalo from Swaziland and Christopher Harrison from Rustenburg in South Africa. He's the fourth official for this encounter. Johannes Muyinjo from Namibia, as well as Titus Bunamwene are match commissioners and general coordinator respectively for this encounter. Zambia, first game, they're the defending champions. They're at home. What can you expect from them?
There's nothing more or less than 3 points. You know, the pressure is on them. The pressure was on them because they are the defending champions, but they have to get a result. They have to get it done. But the way also Uganda, the coach, when I heard the coach talking, he's so confident. He just wants to kill this Zambian national team.
It is indeed about trying to come out here and win your match. And I tell you, the first one will be very interesting one to look at. When you visited the hotel of the Zambians, first of all, yesterday, the players were just relaxing. And I know that most of the contingency from the admin side were all going out to try and rally support for the game here today. Also, on the other hand, the Ugandans were all relaxed at their hotel, having fun, listening to music, saying they have prepared for this tournament. They're not here to make up numbers. The Egyptians said the same thing. They won the opening game. So it is going to be very interesting to see how this one will pan out. 11 times champions, Zambia against the visitors Uganda in the 2017 Cosafau Under-20 Youth Championship. To remember, between 1983, in the first 9 tournaments, in fact, Zambia won 6 of those. 3 were won by Zimbabwe, Zambia since then have now gone and really extended their lead. They are 5 more than any other country. Here comes now Uganda very early into the penalty area. And then ball is cleared away this time around. Still Uganda trying to accept themselves very early. And Zambia do get the ball back. This one goes long, near side of a failed intercepted well by Uganda. And the Junior Chipolopolo gets the ball back. So let's see at the back. It is Uganda. Ball collected there by Geoffrey Waswa. Support going forward. 2 players in this Ugandan team who one has a brother playing his football. It is Ochaya Joseph, the younger brother. It is Fred Okot playing on right back position. And there's also the son of a former legend of Ugandan football in the form of Victor Botovu. He's on the bench for this encounter. Now here comes Uganda. Penalty and a shot coming in. Brilliant save by the goalkeeper. Brilliant save by the goalkeeper to put that one over the crossbar. They mean business. That's a start you want to see from this man in charge of Uganda. So the goalkeeper being tested very early here, Daniel Shikanyika, and coming and delivering, pushing the ball over the crossbar. So you can really get involved in a conversation on hashtag Kwese Football. Let's have a chat. Kwese ESPN is where we can get us as far as the so we are in a very fast few minutes of this game. That's the younger brother I'm talking about, Okot. Older brother is Ochaya Joseph. So he's from a footballing family. So let's see now, it's a long ball played by the Ugandans once again to the penalty area. Goalkeeper comes out, a bit of a mix-up at the back, and the keeper does save the day once again for Zambia. Now Uganda really not allowing Zambia to settle it all. They know that the massive fans here are supporting Zambia. They want to put pressure on the host nation.
Yes, and the weather now is favoring them, and they've settled better more than a Zambian team. But it's still early, but they've settled so in early. It looks like it's them who are even playing at home.
Edward Shilufia playing the ball short. It's a long one played over the center half here for the Zambians. Collected by Uganda, back again for Zambia. Uganda gets the ball back again. Abubakar Kasule, a man for Buziga, plays his football for Express FC. 18 years of age. Ball back again towards the middle of the park. Here is Kasule once again on the far side of the field for Ugandans. Sends a long one towards the penalty area. Mohamed Shaban, the man from Kireka, he's the player they'll be aiming for every time they go forward, as well as the man in the picture at the moment. Talking about Stephen Mukwala from Kitende in Uganda, 18 years of age. He's a player they'll be aiming for every now and then when they have the ball going forward. Talking about Uganda. Now Zambia sends a long one here. Benson Golala towards the penalty area, well intercepted by the Zambians. It will be a throw-in near side of the field. So this game is played in a blistering pace between the two sides. Also the weather is playing ball as well at the moment. It is slightly cooler, so it's allowed for good football to be played. The first two teams, the first two matches they played, those players had to run in the heat.
Yes, it is favorable. This is a good weather for football. I think the tempo of this game it will be a bit higher. From the wet goal, you could even see players running with ease. Those two games we witnessed before, they really struggled.
So the Frank Dumesige, man from Zana, former under-17 international, in the starting 11. Also have Pius Obuya, another former under-17 international, in the starting 11 here for the side of Uganda. Victor Mutovu is on the bench, another former under-17 player. So plenty of those have been brought here by the coach. Total of 5, in fact 7 in total are the players that played at the 17 level before coming into play within a 20 level here for the Ugandans. Inside of a field now, it is Lamek Banda. A lot has been said about this young man. He's one for the future as well, 16 years of age.
Yes, and he has been given the opportunity, like he was called for the Chani senior national team. So he's really a good future, and he has even gone for trials in South Africa. So many scouts who are here, they are really monitoring this boy.
He's indeed, I know Sundowns wanted him at some stage, so it will be a massive discussions as to what will happen. When Justin Shonga was signed as well, those are the two players we're looking for at some stage. Lono Pirates as well, we're looking at him as one of the players to sign. So let's see Victor Kasokola rather in the penalty area. Alongside him, it is Kingsley Akwiya. That defense, I gotta say, of Zambia, the two players, the two central defending there, talking about Sunzu as well as Akwiya, they have formulated a very strong partnership in the defense for Zambia.
Yes, they are, and the height is so good. With Sunzu, his natural position is a defensive midfielder, but he has been converted into a centre back, and he's really doing well there. And he was even part of the national the team which was at the World Cup. He's the second player, apart from Chilufya.
So let's see now, chance ball played into the penalty area, long one coming in, cleared away. Fall short here for the Zambians. They need to go forward this time around. So looking at the previous tournament, the players that played there, the likes of Mwepu was another exceptional player to talk about in the previous tournament. That is in the Cosafau Under 20 Youth Championship. Now Boyd Musonda, Fashion Sakala, Patson Dakar. Edward Chilufya is playing in his second Under 20 Youth Championship for Zambia because he was there in 2016 in South Africa. He was amongst the players that scored a goal also in the tournament in 2016.
Yes, but he didn't have too much game time. That's why I think the coach had to recall him to come at least to stamp his authority on this age group of under 20.
So here comes now the ball played back, this time on the far side of the field, collected quickly here by the goalkeeper. Doesn't have much to do here, Kenny Saidi rather. Just been on camp so far in the first 7 minutes and a bit of this encounter between Zambia and Uganda. One from Sekafa, one from Cosafau, one invited, one a champion. So there's a lot to look forward to here. You remember, in the coming years, the way to qualify for the AYC is going to change. So it is very important for teams to start taking this Cosafau tournament serious and start making sure that they perform very well at the Cosafau tournament, youth tournament.
Yes, and it's a motivating factor for these FAs in the southern region, because some will pull out, they don't want maybe the financial constraint with their FAs, they don't want to send their under 20s to, but if there's that incentive, like they can qualify to go to the Africa Cup under 20, I think everyone will be participating.
So we're looking forward to that as well. Some of the countries missing, Madagascar's, your Seychelles missing for this one this time around. Botswana not here as well. So there are a few omissions for this tournament for this year. So the captain for Zambia, Prince Mumba. Another exceptional talent to talk about, man from Akabwe Warriors. Another good shot coming in. This one rattles the crossbar back into play. A live steal for Shipolopolo. Junior header coming in over the crossbar. There you can see there it was a great run being made here by the Zambians, and the shot was exceptional. Keeper beating hands down, but not the crossbar. Ball back into play. A good passing game also being showcased here. Clinton Lubula, this man that took the shot here. Played football for Gambwata Dynamos. 16 years of age, this young man. There's warning. That's a warning sign to the Ugandans.
Yes, football is about taking chances, and he took it so well. He's unlucky to hit a crossbar.
I think that's a warning that says you cannot come to my backyard and make me look bad.
Yes. You never succeed if you don't try.
Yeah, Zambia forever present in this tournament. Keeper comes out, chance in for Zambia. Header coming in, and on the line now, chance in, shot! Missed it wide, the ball goes. Second chance for Clinton Lubula. Puts the ball wide. Next to him was Lamek Banda. But I tell you, this was some good football shown by the captain. Have a look at this. Chipped into the penalty area. Keeper comes out. No man's land. Header coming on the line. And this one from Martin Jovu. And the ball goes to the far side according to each other's way. One should have taken responsibility.
That's where communication is key in football. He would have just let it, shouted for the ball, and the other player should have left the ball. He would have hit it clean.
So here comes Uganda now. They've been given a wake-up call. How will they respond? That is the question. Near side of the field now, Mustafa Kiza sends a long one. This one towards the penalty area. It is Mukwala. Does well, Mukwala playing to the far post. There's nobody there. Finally, a player arriving with the colors of Uganda. Still a long one in the penalty area. Floated in. Shot coming in! Goalkeeper makes a brilliant save. Offside given this time around. We are in for a game and a half here.
It's so interesting, and that's the communication I'm talking about. If you see the ball coming, the cross coming, the player shouted and the other one left it, and he had a clean shot on it. What a chance they had.
So the Zambian goalkeeper so far, I'm giving him 2 marks out of 2. Faced 2 shots, done well against those shots. Here comes Edward Chilufya. Playing the ball short, it's a long one into the penalty area, floated in. Header coming in, the goalkeeper does take charge this time around. 11 minutes of football played already, and there's been plenty of chances. Could have been 2-2 by now. By the way, these 2 teams have gone. Now, good dummy played by Uganda. Ball collector, swinging from left to the right-hand side of the field here for Uganda. Forward they go. Good ball into the penalty area, close to the goalkeeper, collected by Young. Sikanyika will restart play at the back for the Zambians. Goalless, the scoreline remains at the moment. The first 2 games both produced goals, 3-2 and 1-0 respectively. This is the 2nd game in Group A, the 3rd of the tournament overall. Far side of the field, Uganda marching on forward again. Here they are now, Uganda, trying to go towards the bar line. It's the ball back in. Well, intercepted by the Zambians. Sometimes as a coach, you have planned everything, you've done everything well, and the players find themselves in a big game where they need to rise to the occasion and just never deliver. The stage becomes too big sometimes for them.
Yes, it is, and this is the type of game where players have to rise to their occasion. The tempo is so good of this game, and I hope they will sustain the 90 minutes like this. It's very exciting 13 minutes so far.
So the hippos of Uganda alongside Zambia, Swaziland and Malawi. Malawi already reached in the victory here. So it means somebody has to fight to try and upset and move Malawi from the top of Group A. Well, a draw here would really put them under pressure. But then on the other hand, to realize that you just have to come out and play your normal game. A tournament like this one. Uganda, hidden book. Egypt also an unknown entity in this tournament. Now, here's Zambia, again the captain. Trying to chip another one into the penalty area. This time around, well read. Prince Mumba. Again, near side of the field. Put it on. Good run we made here on the bar line. It's a cross coming in. Slightly overcooked, and out the ball goes. Goal kick will be to Uganda. Keeper, and the ball came his way, he didn't even see it. It struck the crossbar back into play. It's up against the defending champions. And they want to see themselves doing well at this level. The All-Stars today, it all comes to an end in Dola. 13 days time, that's when the tournament will come in. For 10 days time, the tournament will come to an end. Here's Uganda. Good ball played in this time around. Well washed. Oh, that's a late challenge. Late challenge from behind, and our captain, he's the danger man. He's the man you want to keep on a lock and key in this game to make sure that they don't get to supply Zambia going forward.
Yes, Prince is really commanding things in the midfield. But if you see his height and the defenders, they are hitting long balls there, you would never win anything. But if he's given the ball to his feet, I think he'll make things happen for Zambia.
That is always the nightmare part when you're a big player trying to mark and match a player as nippy as that man. Difficult.
Yes, you have
Gravity always allows him. Chance in, keeper comes out this time around for Uganda.
Yes,
I've seen some beautiful crosses here in this tournament.
They're using the width so well. Both teams are going on the flanks and delivering nice crosses.
It's a clash of heads. You are envying them because I know you used to bang them just like that. I know the people in Thailand are talking about the lefty who goes very nice indeed going forward.
Yes, I've been seeing Luvula's switch play also from the midfield. It's exactly like I always do it.
Which player did you idolize growing up? Yes, I know what you're voting.
It's the legend Kasule.
What a legend. You're talking big names now. You're talking about Kasule. And then also, one has to credit him as well for the change he made when he came and took over the FA of Zambia as well. Because you needed somebody to understand football, to have the patience and understanding of how long it takes for things to get going.
Yes, and these are the product now, the results we are getting now. Winning the AFCON in 2012, the under-20 doing well. It's something he started, and people understood his vision. And even the new FA, they are just following his footsteps, and there is a continuation there.
It was massive emotions from a Zambian point of view when Zambia won the Cosafau tournament in Equatorial Guinea, because that was where a tragic death happened for first Zambian football is concerned. And to see that happening, to see your countrymen, you're part of that, though. I mean, the feeling of that, to eventually come back there after having gone to the place where it all happened and come back to hoist and win the trophy.
Yes, and you know what, when that thing happened, there's no one who has even gone to the site where the crash happened. But we are fortunate enough, when we were playing that side, we had to go to that site and witness everything. It was like a new thing happening. So and after we got to triumph at that AFCON, people were saying it's because of the tragedy in '93, which helped us to win that cup.
So another individual who has a very close relation to one of the deceased is the head coach of this under-20 team of Zambia. Talking about them in the picture at the moment. Mamba Mumba, his older brother is talking about Mumba Mwila, was part of the team that crashed, that perished in a crash. So I tell you, I know I sat with some Zambians at home when that happened, when Zambia won the tournament. You see the emotions all over the people's face.
Yes, you know, it was something I think we never believed it would come that soon. We thought maybe it's a build-up maybe for another 10 years, but it had to come in that 2012. But the one which crashed also in '93, what a great team, that one which perished.
It was a great team indeed. I mean, Kasule was part of the team. He was not in a plane crash that happened. But the performance also for Zambia in that year was something else. And let's see now the young Chipolopolo going forward as the ball is collected on the far side. This young man has a bright future. I tell you, Prince, that is Lamek Banda, amongst those, as well as Prince Mumba. Those for me are the players I've seen. I've seen the captains that really stood out in this tournament so far. So I think the coaches are doing something right.
Yes, to be a captain, you have to perform, you have to lead, you have to do everything. You can't just be a captain for nothing.
So here comes Uganda going forward now. Ball collected once again by the captain of Zambia, Prince Mumba. Looking for support, playing the ball shot. Near side of the field collected by Justin Mwanza. He's a young man from Nkitwe, so he's playing home. His family's around as well, so he needs to impress. Besides the pressure that comes for all the countrymen, he's playing at home. He's indeed a huge pressure on the young man. Samang Zongli, two players that are hailed from Nkitwe. The other one is on a bench. Jackson Kakunta, another one who hails from this part of Zambia.
Yes, he's at home.
So now the steers at the back from Zambia. We can have a scrappy now because I think the players are now feeling and understanding one another's performance very well. The coach is not really allowing anything to happen. He's talking about Matthias Lule. He's a man that coached at some stage in Tanzania at Stand United. He also coached at Express FC in Uganda. Former 17 head coach. Also is there as well in Uganda Council, State House, as well as URA FC. It is now on the far side of the field. A good one we made here by Uganda. Well read by Zambia. Victor Kosokola. Back again to Uganda. Abubakar Kasule. Long one, penalty area. Keeper stands on the line. Kept in play by Uganda. Landing the ball well now this time around. It is Obuya. Obuya's cross to the far side. Nobody there wearing the colors of Uganda. And Zambia does get the ball away. Crosses will be the biggest problem and the biggest challenge for Zambia in this game.
Yes, both flanks, left and right. You know, they've got pace, these guys, and they are giving problems left back and right back for Zambia. And the process, like you have said, it will be really something they have to look up.
Ah, there's a shot coming in! Just wide the ball goes. He really saw an opening and he went for it. And the goalkeeper not happy at the amount of space and time he was allowed. Look at this, the protection of the ball was well. He fainted the first time around and he went for a shot. I tell you, maybe the pass, laying the pass towards his teammate would have been a better option. But the strikers are very selfish when you're allowed.
Yes, they say you have to be selfish in the box sometimes. And in that case, but there was another player who was open. That was a better option than taking a shot like that.
The young man in the picture there, he's one of the Sunzu brothers. Starting 11 is brother Stopila. Oh, what a player as well.
Yes, they are all footballing family. Starting from his father, used to be a goalkeeper at Konkola Blades, and Sunzu's Stopila's elder brother Felix, and now Kosa now.
When you come from that family like that, there's always pressure on you to deliver and show what you can do. But yes, now Uganda going in. Chance in! Oh! Too close to the goalkeeper. He should have taken it far post. But then how did he allow the man to run at them like that? He really pierced through them like butter, like a knife on butter.
Yes, you know, Uganda have settled so well. I think they're giving a game to, taking a game to Zambia. Zambia have to put the foot on the ball and dictate a play, but because they've allowed spaces for this Uganda to run at them.
So at the moment, I tell you, Zambia have really had their goalkeeper to thank for the saves that he has made so far. Have a look at this. Taking him on, the captain, leading by example, goes to the ground. The ball fell kindly to a countryman, and a chance there to try and make it 1-0. Gone begging. We're talking about the Sunzu family, and the father was a goalkeeper. And then, I mean, you also have Boniface and Felix and Stopila. Stopila, for me, I think the height is what I love the most about Stopila.
All the family have good height. If the father was almost 2 meters tall, even the older brother Felix also is Stopila, and this Gosa also, the height is not that bad.
When you talk about the under-20 Cosafau, and you talk also about the under-20 African Youth Championship or the AFCON of under-20s, and you talk about the World Cup in Korea, won a tournament. Zambia had that. Forward, they go again. Ball goes out on the far side. Were very unlucky to be knocked out at that stage because they were the team that everybody started supporting in the tournament for the flair and the sort of football they played, displayed overall in the tournament. Absolutely brilliant in South Korea.
Yes, and it showed like they were that team together. They graduated like the way these ones from under 17 to under 20. You know, you could see they played many games together. They were understanding was so perfect with that team. So now they've even graduated them to go to under 23 together with the coach, Mr. Beston Chambesh, the coach Beston Chambesh.
Here they are again going forward, Zambia. Ball well read here by Uganda. Near side of a field. Put on the line now. That's a good chance for Uganda. Every time they get the ball, they're trying to release one man, the captain. Here's Shaban now. Step overs from him. Still Shaban going forward. Shaban still going. Laid the ball short this time around. It's a long ball to the far side. Lining it up very well. This one, Jerry. I tell you, the height was slightly high for him. Maybe a flick on to a man coming behind him would have a better option. But oh my, oh my, oh my. What a game we have in here between the two countries.
No, this Shabani boy has to be monitored so well. He's really giving the defense for Zambia a problem.
He's a product of Kampala City Council, KCCA. Actually, the ones that have contributed most players in this Ugandan side. Also have a few players that are coming from Vipers SC. Now, that's a long ball to the far post. Goalkeeper comes out and connects easily. Try to set him up for an attack. And that's good recovery from Zambia. Nice one, forward, flick on, ball connected. Yes, Uganda again. Oh, just slightly overcooked, and then this one easily intercepted by the goalkeeper. End-to-end stuff. I tell you, the 5 to 8 second counter-attack has been personified in this game. They're just showing how he's done, both sides.
Yes, you know, this level, you just have to express yourself. Under 20s, go there, have fun. Tactics will be there, but have fun. You express yourself, and this is where the scouts will be looking at you. You're a team player, you've got skills, but if you are holding on, then no scout will even look at you.
Players that have gone through this tournament, the likes of people Munenga way back in the days. Oh, what a pride, what a star player from a Zambian point of view. From a South African point of view, I remember the likes of Tumelengu, Roy Chabangu, all donned the colors of the under-20s and came here to play. To remember Jimmy Zaka Zaka.
Yes, I do, from Malawi.
Orismo Basera, Tinashe Nongo Masha. Spoke about Clifford Mulenga. Isaac Chansa.
Yes.
If you've never played at this level, you know you've missed out. Here they come now, Zambia. Far side, laying the ball nicely for the captain. He can go for a shot from there. He does go. And the goalkeeper did a second bite of the cherry. But no pressure on him. He does get the ball easily. Away they go this time around. Now, Uganda. Can they return the favor? Good recovery. Good check back here from Kingsley. Akwiya, product of a Dream Factory Academy. A young man who was just doing grade 11 at Kansenshi High School this past year. Talking about the young man, Akwiya, partner to Sunzu in the defense of Zambia.
Yes, he has done so well. The recovery, the understanding of the game is really, the partnership, like you said, him and Sunzu, it is really working for this Zambian national team under 20.
What we're looking forward to is that in 2019, it will be the African Youth Championships for that year. Here comes Zambia again, getting tangled with the ball, cleared away by Uganda, only as far as a Zambian player. The young Chipolopolo, forward they go, near side of a field, cleared away, nicely connected. Good skills being showed once again by the Zambians. Looking for option 3 players lining up in a penalty area, can get the ball there. Cleared by Uganda. Here comes the danger man once again. Every time he has the ball, you see something might just happen. Mohamed Shaban, 19 years of age, from Kireka. Still available. Frank Tumesige going to the far side of the field. Uganda about to bring on another young man from KCCA, Kampala City Council. Bring on a player there from there. It is young Alan Okelio, hailed from the same neighborhood or the same place as Dennis Onyango, the reigning African Footballer of the Year, based in Africa, from Zambia. From Zambia in Uganda. So the first change we made here by the coach of Uganda.
But this kind of change, is it 30 minutes in a game, or is it a forceful change or tactical change? You never know. Maybe the coach has got a better answer.
So Pius Ubuya is the man that went off here for Uganda. I tell you, it is very early. I've seen players who have struggled to recover, unless it's an injury, something you don't know about. But other than that, if it is a tactical change, that will really destroy the young man.
Yes, it does, and on this level, it's only 15 minutes to go to halftime. At least let him go for the first half and then take him off. 30 minutes, if it's not an injury, they can damage this young boy.
But my teacher used to say to me, if it's broken, don't wait too long. Just change it immediately.
Not in football. Not in football.
Hence that one, my teacher, not my coach.
Yes.
Yeah, because teams are done different at that level. Psychologically, that affects the player. Now, Zambia, forward they go. Already seen a first change. Still Zambia. Clinton Lugula. Lugula under pressure. Lugula runs out the ball on the far side of the field. Will be a Zambian throw-in. Young Lugula. Changa Rangers have contributed a few players to Zambia. The likes of Sakala, the likes of Musonda are now watching and saying, the only time you can start talking to us at the same level. You have to win this and defend this and bring it home. Keep it at home. If you lose this, you can't sit at the same table with us. You can't be in the same WhatsApp group with us.
No, it's true. And you know, the crowd, the way the stadium is almost full, at least they've come in numbers. And you know, the only funny part about the Zambian fans, if Uganda can score, they will start cheering Uganda. So Zambia has to be careful and just get a goal and get the job done by winning this game.
So remember one player in the previous tournament, Samson Banda, the goalkeeper. And also Siame Musonda, a young man who came from Makafue. It's about 45 km outside of Lusaka. Remember, he talked to those young men. They came there, they had a plan, and they said, we know what we are here for, and we're going to win this. And what did they do? They did it exceptionally well. But also, given the fact that in the previous tournament in 2013, they had played so bad, the Zambians, and they returned fresher, better, with a much more formidable team, and it showed what they've been doing all along, cooking up something good.
Yes, and cooking up something good, it takes time.
Shot in again, and the keeper makes a brilliant save. So yeah, and I take it back. I said he was on camp. Now I tell you, he's working, he's earning his money now. Now, near side Zambia, forward they go. It's a good run we made here towards the bar line. Crossed in. Fall short for Zambia. No, get away. Another chance here for Zambia still. Shot coming in. Straight to the chest, straight into the ribcage. Back again to Zambia on the near side of the field. They're lining up in the pressure. They believe maybe a goal will really set them up earlier. Near side. Uganda win the ball. Uganda now can go and show the Zambia what he's done. Here comes that man again, Shaban. Still Shaban going. Shaban try to go for glory. Blocked away from him. Shaban recovers, gets the ball back again for Uganda. Now goes the ball this time around. So now, let's have a look at this. Zambia are also making a change. This is a game of chairs from the two coaches, showing that if you can do it, I can do it better. So he's also bringing a number 8 player, this time from Chanda Ukuka. Have a look at this move here from Zambia. Nicely played in, going wide and then putting the ball across, and well saved by the goalkeeper. Strong hands behind the ball to get that away. You can see also the distance the ball traveled from put it away by the goalkeeper. So the men just came onto the field of play for Gomes. 17 years of age from Ndola. So Edward Chilufya goes to the ground. Free kick given against Uganda. And Mustafa Kiza feels that is a soft one. I think it is a soft one.
Yeah, it's too early, and that doesn't deserve. It doesn't deserve a yellow card. At least talk to a player, and it's his first foul he has committed in this game. But again, what is happening with the subs? I'm not sure if they are injuries or because the subs are too early, or the coaches. I think they are really want to win this game, and the subs are happening fast and quick.
Coaches want to win the game. They have no time to play around. Here's a ball outside the penalty area for Zambia. Clearance from Uganda once again. Now, near side, Zambia lining up. Good ball in here from Mwanza is what they're expecting. Still Zambia going. Shot! Oh, give the young man a bells. Another brilliant save here from Kenny Saidi. This time to deny Edward Chilufya. Have a look at this. The power behind the ball. Well stretched. And a goalkeeper diving to the near side, putting the ball behind for a corner kick. Zambia, more pressure. Long ball, penalty area. Another shot coming in. So it's just miscued completely. Wide the ball goes now. Here is Uganda. Transition play this time around from Uganda. Forward they go. He's isolated. Still going on a run on his own. Looking for support, and really, there's just not enough players wearing the red for Uganda. Now Zambia offside against Zambia. Football made easy.
Yeah, but also Lamek Banda hasn't really stepped into authority. You could see Chilufya doing his magic on the right flank, but Lamek Banda, we haven't seen him that much in this first half.
Whenever one player is shadowed by the others, somebody has to come up and deliver for the national team. So far, yeah, he's just asked about him. He's showing what he can do. Lamek playing the ball short now. This time around to the near side of the field. Mukuka is there. Here comes the captain. Mumba. Out goes the ball. Goal kick, Uganda. We are left with just under 7 minutes before you come to the end of the first half. Both teams have made a change already in this first 45 minutes of this match. It is goals that matters. No goal scored yet between the defending champions and record champions of this tournament, Zambia. 11 times they've won this tournament. Uganda, the visitors. Kenya were the ones that went all the way to the final in 2013, which lost against South Africa. Yes, Shaban went too wide with the ball. I think Shaban should have tried a shot himself, but he also had to talk about the group marking for the group defending from the Zambians.
Yes, they defended so well. They really made it crowded there for him to take a shot. But also the first touch for this player and taking a shot wide, his first touch let him down.
He was close. Frank Tumesige, another young player who played at under 17 level previously for Uganda, before finding his way to under 20. One of those promoted with the head coach of theirs, Matthias Lule. Matthias Lule, he was saying that they came here not to make up numbers. They're planning and they want to prepare themselves well, because going forward the qualifications for the AYC will be via your own associations that will be doing it. Now let's see a chance in. So your own federations will be the ones handling the qualifiers for the AYC. Like talking about Cosafau will have their own. The winner will come out at under 17 level to qualify for the AYC for under 17s. And I also know that that is also another big ticket that is being put there, and a good apple been dangled as well. That is to qualify for the World Cup at under 17 level.
Yes, that's a very, very good setup they've made. And Uganda, the way they've come in here, they are like a surprise package. You know, even the coach on the post-match interview, he said he doesn't know much about them. And now this is a surprise he's getting.
So first 40 minutes of this match, goalless the scoreline, one change each. Zambia against Uganda. Here they come, Zambia. Mwanza. Long forward. Live here coming through from Benson Kolala rather. Back heel, good return pass into the penalty. The goalkeeper comes out, still alive for Zambia, lining it up nicely. Straight to the goalkeeper. Straight to the goalkeeper. These young men are just too big.
Yes, yes. So, and Ndovu, he would have done better, but I think his left foot is a weaker foot, but on this level, he has to be using his both feet. Don't ask me about my right foot, please.
I know that a lot of players, in fact, it is a rare talent to find players who are ambidextrous, who are able to use both feet and both hands easily. Also the struggle, chance! Beautifully cleared away. There, Suzu, well, really, he was easily pushed away there, shoved off. And his shoe, he knows. Have a look there, they're not happy at all. The goalkeeper complaining about it. No, the corner kick taken. Long ball played in, a back heel. This man is something else, isn't he?
Oh, Shaban is really giving Zambia a problem. And
he did not connect well with the first ball, I have to say.
No, he did not. He did not. And Suzu, with his body weight, I think he has to challenge him, but I think he's giving him a problem.
Great improvisation from him. Had he scored that, that would have been already my contender for goal of the tournament. Because that would have been exceptional goals scored. We've already seen good goals scored already. I mean, the first game produced some brilliant goals.
Yes, yes, that would be a goal contender already. Like
here comes Uganda. Ball played in, looking for a diving header. Nothing coming out of it. Still again for Uganda on the bar line. Cleared away by Zambia. I think the floodlights, Zambia seeing the floodlights, seeing a bit of a ghost at the moment.
No, Uganda, they're just all over Zambia at the moment. They are on top, and Zambia, they have to really have somebody in the midfield just to control, put the foot on the ball and make those short passes, and they can get back into the game. But at the moment, it's all Shabani and Uganda.
So no, Timothy Batabaira did say Uganda have a plan for this tournament. So far, they are looking the part.
No, they are. They came here with a plan.
Football. Zambia will get a chance here to have a chat at half time. This is the time when a coach doesn't want to concede, because already he has his half-time talk. When you concede now, you have to change everything.
Yes, and that's where the concentration comes. They say the first 5 minutes of the game, the last 5 minutes of the game, and the second half start of 5 minutes, you have really to concentrate, because those are the crucial time to concede goals.
Champions are born around that time. So Zambia near side of the field now, looking for support. Here comes Lamek Banda. Still Banda going, Banda still going. It's a bit cool now, so Banda will know that we are Banda Nyan. There's a long one played on near side of the field again. Shaban is there. Mohamed Shaban. Sunzu this time stamps the authority. Defenders say when you're a striker, you should tap the ankles a bit so you can know the other.
No, at least
Otherwise, you run rings, you run ragged around them. So they have to do something to slow you down a bit.
yes, but this time of era of football, you are protected by the referees.
Yeah, the referees are the ones that calls what needs to happen going forward. So hashtag Kwesa Football. So to get involved and get engaged. So we get at Kwesa Sport. On Twitter, on Facebook, Kwesa ESPN. A lot of people have been asking me where you can find the game. And I've just been spreading the words, preaching where to find the game. This is a tournament at youth level. It's another switching from one flank to the other for Uganda. Here comes Okello. Since he came on, I think Okello's done well for Uganda. Free kick given. This time against Njovu. Njovu, after missing that first chance, he's not really been able to exert himself well enough in this game so far. Now, Uganda have a chance before you go to the halftime break to maybe try and unlock the Zambian defense once again and maybe find the back of the net this time around. Well spotted by the Zambians. Mystery clearance. Banda is there. Banda will get a chance now to set Zambia up. Hurry this pass. Uganda early ball. Mohamed Shaban has just gone offside. Indirect free kick to Zambia. Svisong Mumalo from Eswatini, in Swaziland. South Africa started participating in this tournament in 1993 after the apartheid was abolished in the country. But then prior to that, and still to now, the two Z's are still the dominating ones in this tournament. Zambia 11 titles, Zimbabwe 6 titles, South Africa 5 titles, and then 1 title for Madagascar. It is goals and matters after 45 minutes of football played. It is still Zambia 0, Uganda 0. The two captains have been a marvel to watch. Mohamed Shaban, he's been shabaranking around Zambia, while the captain of Zambia, Mumba, he's been doing the samba and the mamba around the Ugandans as well.
Yes, you know, they are leading by example, and they've done so well in this first half so far.
So the coaches have a chance to have a chat with the players at half-time. It is half-time, goalless the scoreline here at the Arthur Davis Stadium.
For 9.8 seconds, I erupt with energy. For 9.8 seconds, I take flight. When you move this fast, you need the fastest way to cool down. Unleash the power within with fire and ice.
The 2017 Cosafau Under-20 Championship, 6 to 16 December 2017. 12 African nations are competing in this prestigious tournament. Mopani Copper Mines, proud title sponsor of this championship. Building a sustainable future through youth development. The 2017 Cosafau Under-20 Championship, brought to you by Mopani Copper Mines.
first half is done and dusted. The second half coming up in a bit. Let's have a look at how things happen in the first half of this encounter between Zambia and Uganda. The first game for both these sides in this year's tournament, the 2017 Cosafau Under-20 Youth Championship. It all started with the Ugandans really setting themselves up, going forward, trying to find the back of the net against the Zambians. And Shaban showed what we can look forward to today. With this particular shot, the goalkeeper made a brilliant save to deny him the opening goal.
Yes, he's not shy making those runs behind the defense and taking those shots. I think is the one man to watch in this game.
It was Shaban who actually had a shot. The goalkeeper did well to deny him an opportunity to find the back of the net. And that was not all. He was still to come later on. But then Zambia had their own chance as well to try and find the opening goal here as they went on a good run. And after some good interchange, with the captain getting involved yet again, the shot was taken from range. It came off the crossbar, then back into play. And the follow-up was just not the best of chances here, I've got to say, from a Zambian point of view.
Yes, Zambia have been restricted, taking shots very far in the midfield, middle of the park. I think if they can get closer, they can get something out of this game.
So that one came off the crossbar after a well-struck shot, and that also saw a change we made here with Clinton Lubula after having made a few chances and gone forward, trying to find the back of the net. Now this one here was a well teed off ball, played into the penalty area. Jovu should have done better, got in there, and then it was Lubula once again who put the ball wide. Yes,
this is a great chance for Zambia in this first half. This is well worked from the captain, the chip, the follow-up and the shot, just the missed communication in the end. Lubula took it out.
So we are still now at the moment looking at the chances created in the first half between these two sides. So it was this time a chance for Uganda to try and open the scoring themselves. A tame shot that was taken eventually and been saved.
Yes, Uganda, they have been dominating play throughout. They've created more chances than Zambians have done.
Then Zambia went on an attack again against Uganda. This time the goalkeeper delivering, putting the ball wide to become a corner kick for the Zambians.
Yes, that it was a strike, but if he went far post, it would have made some keeper something to think about. It was a good height, good strike, and the keeper had to make a save, an easy save.
So that's how the goalkeeper managed to put that one out of play. Then there was a chance as well here for Shaban to try and find the back of the net, back hitting the ball over the crossbar. And that's how the first half came to an end. The coach is having a chat with the players. Second half coming up in a bit. Goalless between Uganda and Zambia.
Seconds. I erupt with energy. For 9.8 seconds, I take flight. When you move this fast, you need the fastest way to cool down. Unleash the power within with fire and ice.
The 2017 Cosafau Under-20 Championship, 6 to 16 December 2017. 12 African nations are competing in this prestigious tournament. Mopani Copper Mines, proud title sponsor of this championship. Building a sustainable future through youth development. The 2017 Cosafau Under-20 Championship, brought to you by Mopani Copper Mines.
All right, welcome back to the second half between Zambia and Uganda. Start of the second half of this match here. Zambia already attacking very early, trying to find the back of the net here against the Ugandans. So really, I got to tell you, I would have been wanted to be a fly there to hear what the coach was saying at halftime.
Yes, it's interesting. And those subs, the both coaches they made, I don't know what is going into their minds. But the interesting part is like they are all going for a kill here.
He's indeed here trying to find the goal here today. Scoreline remains at the moment between Zambia and Uganda. Goalless, the scoreline. There's a change coming up shortly for the Ugandans. Looks like Safik Kagimu rather is about to come on to the field of play for the Ugandans. To be their second change of this game. So the coach of Uganda means business. He's not here to add numbers. He's here to come away and win this tournament. And is about to come on is from Ora FC. The second change for the Ugandans. They come from Kasule district. So both goalkeepers kept their teams in the game in the first half. Now, let's see which of the players will come out and showcase what they can do. In the second half, Zambia on attack on the far side. Here comes Okot, playing the ball short for Uganda. Okel, in fact, it is a chance here now for Akelo. Finds Okot again, it's a long ball played in, cleared away by the Zambians. Only as far as Ugandan, once again, near side of the field, Okot is there. Still trying to go forward, well intercepted by the Zambians. Now, Njovu, forward he goes. You can see how difficult it is for the Zambians because when Njovu has to go all the way back to get the ball, there's still have nobody to aim for now. There's support in the penalty area for the Zambians. We saw his name on Facebook, on Twitter, on newspapers. We heard his name be mentioned on Questa to say he has scored a goal, and he wanted to do exactly that. So the change happening now for the Ugandans. So Frank Dumesige is the man that makes way. And in comes Shafiq Nkuchi Kagimu for Uganda. Zambia in the meantime, Lamek Banda playing the ball short outside the penalty area. Shot coming in. Appeals for a penalty. Half-hearted appeal there from the Zambian player. Had a chance to try and pinpoint a player wearing green. And he tried to play the ball short, intercepted by Uganda. Ready now in the second half. 4 minutes in the second half. Second change he made already by the Ugandans. One change made so far by Zambia.
Yes, and you mentioned something of Njovu dropping so deep, and his body, that's the outlet they must be having up front there. But him dropping now, leaving Mumba up front with that height, it won't help Zambia national team.
Daniel Shikanyika almost beaten by the height of that ball. Just an awkward bounce before it came to him and managed to put it over the crossbar. Corner kick, it is now to Uganda. Running up well this time around Uganda on the near side of a field. And now into the 5th minute of the second half, the 50th minute overall of this game. 40 to go. One thing for sure, I know that Malawi will be smiling if the game does end this way.
Yes, and it's favoring them. From there, they will just need a draw. Then they can qualify to the second round. They are smiling wherever they are. I know they are watching this game with interest.
Next game after this one for the Zambians. Next game for them after this will be a match against Swaziland. That's the next game for Zambia. Long ball in, keeper drops the ball and cleared away. Uganda gets the second bite of the cherry. Looking sweeter now. Over the crossbar, the ball goes. So the last game for Zambia will be that one against Swaziland. After this, they take on Malawi. That should be an interesting battle to look at. While Uganda will take on Swaziland. So those are matches to look at in this group already between these two countries. The match I've spoken about, the match between Uganda and Swaziland. Those are the one between Malawi and Zambia. It's coming up in 2 days' time. Tomorrow we focus on Group B. So in fact we talk on Group C tomorrow, as Lesotho will take on Zimbabwe. And then in Group B, South Africa will take on Mauritius. Here's Njovu now. This way you want him to be. Njovu on the line. Njovu cutting inside and Njovu goes. And Njovu runs out of ground. The ball collected by Uganda. He does have a great pace, but he was isolated, had to try and run the entire team. Now, it's Uganda their own chance now into the penalty area for Uganda. Oh! He needed a side of a touch and send it to the back of the near post. They tried to run to the man, I tell you. The side of a touch of the goalkeeper was rooted to the ground. And Uganda, are they about to cause an upset in this tournament?
What a goal, what a goal, what a run. And you know the way the striker attacked that near post and he touched it. What a finish, what a finish. And you know Uganda, they didn't come here to make numbers and they are showing it now. They are showing it. And
the
it's that
dangerous man in the
That's
penalty area. You can never allow him such space. He's been knocking and knocking. And finally he's found the key.
Yes, he has. He has been knocking since from the first whistle. Look at the run. The defender was nowhere. There was no cover. You must cut the supply, the cross, the finish. Oh, what a team goal.
But then you can't blame the goalkeeper. Look at the three Zambian players all facing their goal line. There is no way you can defend the ball when you're all facing your goal post as defenders.
Then they were caught with speed, facing their own goal, then they're not defending so well. You can't
Stephen
defend the goal.
Mukwala supplies the deadly pass into the penalty area and easily toe-poked past the goalkeeper. Now, we spoke about him in the first half. He's been knocking, he's been showcasing what he can do. And Shaban, this time, lost his markers for he lost Sunzu for a split second.
Yes,
and that's all he needed.
He did. He has been knocking and he hasn't even slowed down a bit. He's giving this Zambians Sunzu at the back there a run for his money.
Mukwala's run was brilliant. I mean, Mukwala's run was equal to the one that was made by Njovu. But then the difference was that Mukwala is a supplier, while Njovu is supposed to be the target man. He was the one trying to supply who?
Yes, what is he doing on the sides, making crosses for who? He's a striker and he has got a big body. He must be there in the kitchen where it is hot.
It reminds me of a player in South Africa, Tapsangwa Kabuza. After he supplied a brilliant ball, the coach said, I didn't ask him to play wide. He just went there because he's trying to run away from being in a penalty area to score goals.
Yes, when your confidence is so low, you run away from the hot spot, and that's a kitchen, the 18-yard area.
You can't stand the heat. Leave the kitchen.
Yes.
Uganda looking for their second. And they're coming in away this time. We have now 36 minutes remaining for the defending champions to fight back and claw their way back in this game. They're 1-0 down, but they were also attacking and they were caught on a counter after they went on their own break going forward.
Yes, and you know, if this result can remain like this, it will put more pressure on this Zambian national team under 20. And there's
a chance again for the second goal. Oh, this time the goalkeeper came out well to deny Shaban. The supply once again. That was a teed-off ball. That was a defense-splitting pass. Good enough for the goalkeeper, read the move and came out to deny him the second goal.
Yes, it's the keeper only bailing out Zambia at the moment. You know, this centre half, although they are so big, I think the understanding is not that good between Sunzu and the partner there.
But here come the Zambians. Was that a wake-up call? Going forward now with their captain, Paul played in there. Keeper comes out and collects the ball, stealing it on the feet of the two Zambian players. Prince Mumba getting involved. When Prince Mumba gets involved, something can happen.
Yes, it's the only they have to put the ball on his feet. He can make something happen.
Chance in, keeper! Oh! That is a route one ball of note, and the goalkeeper came out, and Shaba celebrate. Mohamed Shaban saw the goalkeeper, lobs the goalkeeper, cliffhanger of note. No chance for the goalkeeper.
Yes, but the goalkeeper has been exposed between Sunzu and Yakuya. They are understanding the ball is just bouncing on top and they are all caught napping. The understanding is not really good between these two central defenders.
This young man, maybe he changed his soccer boots at half time because he almost came close to scoring a few times in the first half. But now Lule is really showing what he wants. Lule has made the two changes. And you can see Lule is proving exactly why he made the changes.
Yes, he knows what he really wants. Look how this defense is exposed. The defending is so wrong, but don't take away from the run from Shaban.
But then also, it all started in the first half. There was a bit of a mix-up in the first half between Sunzu and the goalkeeper. And I remember the goalkeeper had a serious slash at Sunzu. I think they just need to calm down and relax a bit.
Yes, they have to. You know, there is no harmony between the goalkeeper, the two centre-backs and the goalkeeper. You know, if you start quarreling, you will never solve anything. And it's like happening in their defense now.
But here comes the young Shipolo Polo towards the penalty area. Ball cleared away. Collected again here by the captain of the side. It is Mumba now. Can he set up some magic for the Zambians? Going wide on the far side of the field. It is collected by Chilufya. Now, there's a floating ball into the penalty area from Chilufya. Lamek Banda. Still Lamek Banda. Shot now this time around towards Usokola. It is collected by the captain in the penalty area. Goes towards the bar line. Puts it over and out, and that will be goal kick to Uganda. goal kick will be to Uganda. He's realizing that his opposite number is doing it for his national team. He wants to do it for his national team as well, realizing there is nobody who's really supporting him when they go forward. He's been the difference between the two sides here. He's been exerting himself. He's getting into spaces. He's getting into those pockets as well every now and then. But it's just not been even a target man.
Yes, like I said, even this height, and he's working his socks off, dropping, creating, wanting to go into the box. But where is Ndlovu and Lamek Banda?
They've been playing wider and wider to try and get the ball. The supply has not been the best from the Zambian point of view. So there's something that Uganda did with the changes they made that has now seen one player become redundant on the field of play, or one or two players become redundant. They've been able to bypass the middle field, which has been where everything's been compressed. The fact that you bypass the midfield and go to the penalty area, where they've realized and have seen the weakest link in the central pairing. But also when you have your fullbacks attacking, that exposes the central pairing.
Yes, they have, and they've they've made a field so big. When the strikers, they are up front, the defenders, they are not really going up to make the field smaller, to make the field compact.
Shaban lays the ball near side of the field. Still Uganda going forward, plays the ball towards Shaban. Too much power and spin on that ball, so it goes out of play. We're now approaching the hour mark of this game overall. It remains Zambia 0, Uganda 2 in the Cosafau Under 20 Championship. Zambia 2017.
This is not the
edition.
This is not the result you would have expected. The expectation with this Zambian national team. But don't take anything away from this Ugandan team. They're just playing a good football here.
From a colleague of mine in South Africa, it's late now. Manyapi used to say football does not have therefore. The only time you use therefore is when you're doing mathematics at school. Outside of that, there's none of that. Lamek dispossessed by Okoth. Okoth and company going forward. Now the ball goes. Lamek's number is being held by Okoth so far in this game.
Yes, they have. Lamek, he has to come out from the shell. They need him now. They need him more than ever.
Uganda have run their socks off today. Shaban has by far put himself ahead as man of the match contender alongside Stephen Mukwala. When from a Zambian point of view, their captain has been the one that has really led by example, has taken a team, but he cannot carry them alone. Somebody has to come and take the cross with him as they go forward.
Yes, and Chilufya, being an international player, also he has to come to the party. He has to help this boy. He has got better experience playing outside the country. He must lift these boys up. But also he's just coming in flashes and he fades out.
Flashes also he's playing in an intermittent game where you see him now you see him, now he's gone.
See me no more.
Here is the captain once again, Mumba. Then Lamek Banda once again gives the ball back. Okoth, support, back to Okoth, towards the penalty area. Near side of the field, towards the bar line. Good recovery from Zambia this time. From Victor Kasokola. Kasokola puts the ball out. Young man who hailed from Chilabombwe. Kasokola played FC, the team he plays for here in Zambia. A young lad, 16 years of age. So as soon as it is another 3-4 years to play at under 20 level for the Zambians. And I see most of these players, including those that actually played and won the AYC, will be players to look at as far as the under 23 team for the Olympics are concerned going forward.
Yes, and 2019 is far. So this is the platform. But if they can go out in the first round again, it will mean nothing. The development will be distorted. They have to play more games, so they have to reach at least the finals in this game, in this tournament.
Good ball played in. Goalkeeper comes out this time around. to collect the ball. 2-0. Zambia trailing against Uganda. The Hippos coming here and trampling all over.
They are called the Hippos?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they are cranes.
No, these young ones are called the Hippos.
Oh, okay.
Because what I've realized also with most national teams, they never have names assigned to the young teams. They always have the names assigned to the senior teams.
Yes, I think in those old days there was only one national team.
So
That's
now
it.
when the young one comes up, they have to come and find their own names.
Yes, even in South Africa they had a problem naming Majita. The names were just flying. I don't even know if they still are. Under 23 are called what? Magluglu.
No, that is gone. That was a sponsor-related name. The under 17 are called Amajimbos.
Okay.
The under 20s are called Amajita.
Uh-huh.
The under 23s are called the under 23s, or the Olympic team they call them.
Oh, okay.
Then you have Bafana.
Okay.
But all that's just boys in different ways.
Oh, okay.
Because Amajita it's a slang for boys in the township. Amajimbos is a group of boys getting together. Bafana is a group of boys.
Okay. So they
depending on where you come from, some will say Bayafana.
Oh, okay.
They look alike.
Oh, I'm learning something here.
I mean, I'm learning something with you also since traveling around Zambia.
Okay.
So I've got to keep that. So the head coach of Zambia has a mammoth task ahead of him. He is the man in charge of the side. When they went on to win, Pesan Chambeshi was the man in charge, I remember then, in 2016 in the Cosafau tournament. He's now been promoted. He's now in charge of the under 23s. So, a new leaf of life given. You can see from his face, he's a worried man, he knows.
Yes.
When you're the host nation, pressure is always on you.
Yes. And you know what the FA, I think, did? Because the Cosafau under 17 is the one who won it. And these are the same boys who have been graduated to under 20. So they said Numba did well with them. He has to go up with them. Beston did well with the under 20, winning the AFCON. They have been promoted with him to the under 23s.
But then, are we not being unfair to the coach as well, the former under 17 coach? Because this is a step up. We are meeting some teams we've been playing together for a while at this level, at the same age group. And you're coming up against them, and you're coming with a junior team, yes, fairly new from winning a Cosafau under 17 tournament. But now they've just gone a step further, a step up. Tacticality, the tactics are totally different from the under 17 one.
Yes, but I think their target is not this Cosafau. The target is 2019. So they want these boys to be groomed and to have as much as more game time they can have. Because again, look here, the FA can't afford to be having many friendly games for these under 20s. So they can be using this Cosafau as the preparation for 2019.
So it looks like Shaban is injured here for the Ugandans. So Zambia is about to make their second change. Scoreline remains at the moment Zambia 0, Uganda 2. Lamek Banda is wearing a heavy number, jersey number 10, that was won by Fashion Sakala in the previous tournament, at the previous under 20 level. That is a heavy number to be wearing around.
Yes, I think I would have given it to Prince Momba because he's the one who deserves to be a number 10 and is playing that number 10 role.
Here comes Uganda marching on forward on the far side of the field. Ball in one here this time for the Zambian Kuka. One on the far side for the Zambians. Play short again this time around from Chilufya towards the penalty area. Uganda tidies up once again. Another attack from Zambia. Another chance for Lamek. Towards the penalty area from Lamek. Plays the ball behind his captain, Mumba gets the ball back. Prince Mumba playing the ball short now towards the near side. It is Kasokola. Keeper comes out, gets in man's land. The goalkeeper. And ball miscued. The keeper recovers and gathers. Come from Kireka. Plays for his football for Pro Line in Uganda, the 17-year-old young man. Sheni Saidi. Another long ball. Another mistake. Another chance in! We have the first hat-trick of this year's tournament. Oh, but I think the referee has blown his whistle for something. The referee had blown his whistle for something, and an offside has been given in fact. I would say, unless there's an infringement.
Look what, even if this goal won't stand, look the second goal, how they scored it, how they conceded it at Zambia. It's the similar fashion. The long ball, it bounced and it beat all the two center defenders.
So the change happening for the Zambians. Coming in, it is Francisco Mwepo is the man that comes on to the field of play. Young man, 17 years from Kalulushi, plays football for Chambishi FC is the team he plays for. So he comes in.
He's the young brother for Inoki Mwepo.
So he's on a field of play. So 2-0, still the scoreline at the moment. Usual lifeline given to Zambia with an offside. Shaban, once again, it was a similar, it was deja vu had a goal gone in because it was a similar ball played in and there was nobody picking up the man, the danger man in the penalty area.
Yes, he has really given those centre-back a problem. And he's doing the same thing. I think, you know, they have to talk and to start reading what a striker is doing.
Now, here comes the first touch coming in towards Mwepu. Still a ball shot, Mwepu. Can he be the super sub? And away. Somebody is just not really enjoying the game at the moment. Don't want that to happen. We just want the game to be played. There's a player down for Uganda. And as the ball is eventually cleared out on the far side of the field, it is Shaban on the ground at the moment. 2 goals already scored by him in this game. 70 minutes of football played. 20 remains before we go to the end of this game. And we are in the first match for these two sides. The second of Group A. The third of the tournament overall. And it is Zambia 0, Uganda 2. Shaban, the goal scorer. This is how the goals happen. That's a long ball played into the near side of the field. Mukwala gets the ball, takes his marker to cleaners. Then look at this pass. These players have got this so good.
They finish the understanding. You know, they always say, when you're a striker, you're alone in the box, attack the near post. And that's exactly what he did.
Sunzu fell asleep. Shaban kept alive, and Shaban found the back of the net. Now, the goalkeeper just saved the ball here. Goes for a route one ball. Have a look at this. Hakia was there, the same as Sunzu. Just how you must able to protect the ball, making sure that he keeps a good distance between himself and Sunzu. And lobbing the ball over the approaching goalkeeper. 2-0, the score line to Uganda.
Yes, there is always one rule in defense, that don't let the ball bounce.
So Shaban is the man that's out. He's the man they're looking at the moment. So he scored 2 goals today. Tafi Kuchi, Kagimu, Okot. It is again played towards Kagimu. The park now, ball played in towards the far side. Okello forward they go, the Ugandans. Uganda going forward. Collected here by Zambia. The danger man is still outside getting attention. They can now march forward. Zambia on the far side of the field. Here's a ball collected here from Wanza. Long ball played in. Mwepu gets underneath the ball, but wide the ball goes.
Yes, at least Mwepu, he can be a target man now in the box. Those crosses can come in, at least he can work something out of it than what Njov was doing, going outside.
I think Njov will look at it and realize that's how I was supposed to play all along. I suppose I got him in there and made sure that the ball comes towards me. instead of being the supplier to nobody, wearing my colors.
Yes.
That's the good thing, because at this age they will learn.
Yes, that's what I wanted to say. They are on the learning curve. They will learn.
Long ball from Uganda. Straight away by the Zambians. Collected this time around here by the Zambian player, Chilufya. Uganda get it back. Again, looking more of a chess game at the moment. You make a move, I follow suit. All you're looking for is to get the king and the queen and take the castle.
Yes, no, they need somebody to put a foot on the ball and dictate play. At the moment, they are just losing possession so cheaply. Zambia.
Shaban piling pressure, ball collected far side of a field. He's now Sunzu. Tackle from behind as Mwepu goes to the ground. Mwepu has given the Ugandan something to think about as he's coming on. So the referee having a word with the Ugandan player, telling him that I'm not going to have this again, Mr. No more. No more Musindire. Here comes Mumba. Caught. Advantage paid by the referee. Advantage lost, was said the referee. Allowed the play to continue. I thought he was going to pull play back after the advantage was lost. Now, here comes Shaban. Shaban is onside this time. Shaban goes. Shaban the supplier. Too close to the goalkeeper.
The way they conceded the first goal, it's the same goal, but same thing happened. Shaban going to the bar line, and the number 5, Yakiwa, is being beaten by pace.
Self-destructing here for Zambia. Shot from Shaban. Save by the goalkeeper on a touch of angles. Trying to get his hat-trick in this game. And ball parried back to our team by the goalkeeper. Have a look at this again. He's a young man who's enjoying his game.
Yes, at this age, now you just have to enjoy, express yourself, and you go far.
Uganda about to cause an upset with 15 minutes to go in this match. They're leading here by 2-0. Mustafa Kiza step forward, man from Kibuli, will take this one for the Ugandans. Plays left back position for Uganda. Sends in a ball, cleared away by Zambia. Only as far as a player wearing the red of Uganda once again. Now here comes Mumba. Plays an early ball towards Mwepu now. It's opening up here. Mwepu into the penalty area. Mwepu ran out of ground. Mustafa Ujuzi gets the ball back. So tomorrow, matches to look forward to here on Question Sports in the Cosafau Under 20 Youth Championship for 2017 here in Zambia. Lesotho against Zimbabwe. That's the first game at 12 midday. And then 3 p.m. we have South Africa against Mauritius. Game starting at 12 and 3 respectively. Then on Friday we return back here at Arthur Davis Stadium. We're going to have a match between Angola and Namibia. It's the first game on the day at 11:30. Uganda, Swaziland, second game. Then it will be later on Malawi against Zambia. That is going to be an interesting game to look at, especially if Zambia loses this game. It will mean there's massive pressure on them to try and collect 6 points in the last 2 matches. So these people will tell you, maybe when they did the calculations, they thought 3 from Swaziland. But they need to know that you never win the game before you play it.
Yes, you know, it will be a very tough group now, this one, because Malawi, they are not walkover. And Swaziland as well, the way they play today, Zambia will have also a tough time even to beat them. So the ball is in their court. They just have to come up with something, at least a draw in this game, to relieve this pressure on themselves.
Now Shaban playing the ball short. Here comes Mumba. Going wide towards the far side, Mumba. And the ball towards the penalty area, toward the center circle. It's another one cleared away. Long one. Shot again on the far side of the field for the Zambians. It is Benson Kolala. Here comes Mumba once again, going forward for the Zambians on the far side of the field. Support coming in, looking for Mwepu, making a diving header. No, the ball cannot go to him. Collected again here by Kasokola into the penalty area. Everybody ball watching. Everybody ball watching.
Sokola also being, you can't take a shot. This is almost a center line. At least keep the ball rolling, keep the ball moving, and you can create something.
The son of Alex Waswa rather, comes onto the field of play. Victor Mutovu, born in Makindye, plays football for Aspire Academy. 18 years of age, the young man who comes on now. He wants to walk in the father's footsteps of playing for the Cranes of Uganda, and this will all start. It starts somewhere. The stretcher being brought in this time around. You see there, this is, I tell you, Shaban looks to be the man on the stretcher. No, he's not Shaban. It looks like it is Mustafa Kiza that is on the stretcher, and he will not continue the game. He's out, so he's out. So the change happening, the third and final change for the Ugandans. Victor Matovu is the player that comes on. So the player has gone off. He's the man that's on the stretcher. Mustafa Kiza. I think they worked very hard, the Ugandans, today. One just hope they'll still have enough energy comes the next game, which was coming up on Friday. But sometimes you find teams exerting themselves way too much, and the recovery does not happen. Degeneration, even they try, they just never recover. But then, at this age, 16, 17, I remember at 16, 17, we used to play 4 or 5 matches in one day and still recover enough to play the next day, another 4 or 5 matches.
Yes, no, it's just football after football. You know, I don't think this age they can even get tired. Regeneration will be there, but I think they are good to go.
So the regeneration is something that was not there way back in the days.
What used to happen?
You never asked me after playing game after game, which game am I referring to? You never asked me that. Now, chance for Zambia. I'm not referring to football.
Oh, okay.
I'm referring to my PlayStation.
Even PlayStation, you can rest your players.
Yeah,
well.
you need to rest your players a bit. after playing no Chuvuta for 2 matches, you need to rest him. Header coming in. This one collected by the goalkeeper. Aren't you itchy to be on the field of play?
Yes, seeing like this, but at least I'm with the coach with the vision they have. So I'll be patient with these boys.
I'm just saying, are you not itchy to play?
I am. You know, every time I see football, I just want to go in there and enjoy.
But these ones who are going to run you off the field.
No, I'll use brain.
No, there's always the football age.
Yes.
People are always talking about, and the real age.
I don't know.
We'll leave the discussion for another day.
Yes, I don't know what you're talking about.
I think there's a discussion for only footballers. It's only a discussion for footballers.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, not for us. Okot goes in near side of the field. Still, Uganda showing no respect for Zambia. Uganda still. Twisting and turning into the penalty area, goes in. It is Kuchi Kagimu, the young man who came in the second half of this match. Joining in by Stephen Mukwala.
Since he came in, Kuchi, he has really done well on this right hand side. He has given Zambia also the trouble on this right hand side.
And he has kept Kasokola in his own half because he's not been able to go and break over the center. Because every time he breaks over the center, when he wins the ball, they play the ball directly where he's coming from. Mumba, Mwepu, Still, Zambia get the ball back. Sokola finds support to the near side. Lamek Banda, good ball played in by him, cleared away by the Ugandans. Yeah, he is again. Kagimu. Good 10 by the captain. Brought down. Free kick given. Again, the Zambians. In fact, this is Stephen Mukwala for me has been exceptional on the wings with the runs he's made so far. And the good thing also is that every time he drops, then you can see with Kagimu taking and continue the run.
Yes, the understanding they're having, this team, it's so marvelous to watch. The understanding, you know, when he goes, they know he has got pace. He will bring a cross in, somebody will attack the near post. You know, they're just understanding. I think they've been playing together for a while. And Zambia's got no answer to them at the moment.
Here's a court, near side of the field. Back towards the court again. Here's Kagimu. Kagimu pushed off the ball. Kagimu gets the ball back. Kagimu, and eventually goes to the ground. The ref has given the free kick to the Zambians. Seen Lamek Banda forced to come back and fight for the ball for his countrymen. Patient build-up for Zambia at the back with just 6 minutes remaining before we come to the end of this match. Uganda have found the back of the net twice. Mumba goes to the ground. Free kick given to the Zambians. Quickly taken. Played short this time to the near side of the field. It is Mukuka Chanda. Referee say nothing wrong with the challenge. They wanted another free kick, Zambia. Long ball played in towards the penalty area. Now Sunzu this time around recovers well to get the ball away from the captain of Uganda. Look at the performance of the two sides. So we are now closing into the end of this game. So Zambia in the penalty area, ball one. Here comes Uganda going forward. Still Uganda going forward into the penalty area, overdoes it. He had ran the whole team. So it looks like Shaban. Now here comes Mwepu. Mwepu goes! And that is behind the goals. So Mwepu goes on a run. Mwepu gets into the penalty area. Mwepu. And I think the ball was just cleared off him before he took a shot. Yes, he really is correct. There should be a corner kick to the Zambians.
Yes, there should be a corner kick, but also even if you are losing, the rules, you have to play fair play. There was a player who's down. You have to take the ball out. Although the rules, they don't say you have to, it's a must to take the ball out, but that's fair play. Take the ball out and you win fairly.
I've always asked questions about the fair play. When does it apply? Because players just really choose when to use that.
Yes, but if a player just deliberately goes down, if it's like a contact like that, at least take the ball out because he's not faking, he's not buying time.
I just love the way they delivered him outside. He wanted to go outside to get a bit of a stretcher, and then when they got there, they said, okay, you've arrived at a destination. There's another player down for Uganda. I asked you a question. I said to you, they are running very hard. Yes, can they survive the 90 and the next games that are coming up?
I think they will. It's almost 90 minutes now.
So let's see how this one will be delivered when he gets to the outside.
Another call is calling, another player's there.
And because he also has the balance on his head. to make sure he's okay, so they can't throw him off. So let's say the corner kick now for Zambia. Good ball played in, keeper goes back, and just wide. Now the coach will be asked questions. Why did he have the young Mwepu out sitting outside? Because he looks to be the man, the target man, and he has really done well since coming on. Yes, hasn't scored yet, but he has done well since coming on.
Yes, at least he's being in that box, at least challenging for every ball which is there.
It's giving the team that impetus when they go forward. There's also the slight pressure they're applying now on Uganda when they go forward, Zambia. And again, Mumba trying to fight forward for the ball. Doesn't get it. Okot continues running. And the coach is not happy because he feels that these players should have done better. Now, chance in. It is Shaban. He was offside. He was offside already, Shaban.
But you could see how the Zambian defense, how careless they are. Just giving the ball straight to Ugandan players.
They look totally dejected. They've given up.
Yes, they are.
Except for Mwepu. Mwepu and Mumba still trying to fight back and try and get something. Most of the players on the field of play, they are struggling at the moment. And they again, ball cleared away on the far side of the field. Goes out of play, will come into the throw-in. We're now in the last minute of the regulation time, plus at a time. And the referee will give shortly. The defending champions, Zambia, are trailing here by 2-0. We had one penalty already in this tournament so far. That was in the first game between Malawi and Swaziland, and converted penalty it was. Now, 8 goals scored in the first 3 matches of this year's tournament.
Not bad return so far. The game at this level, it's about goals and enjoying your game.
Just to confirm, the time is, but I think they're confirming the change as well. So it's 4 minutes time added on, not 44. Yeah, I tell you, never know. We've seen some crazy moments in football. Some referee have come up with 10 minutes and some stage at the end of the game. And I do remember there is minimum time. The referee can still allow play to continue if he feels there's been some time where stages, as like you can see now. It's a free kick next to the dugout of Uganda.
As you can see, the coach is still motivating his players because he expects more from them and he knows they can deliver.
Juicy's long ball to the penalty area, cleared away by Zambia. Only as far as a Ugandan once again. Uganda going forward into the penalty area for Uganda. Looking for another goal here, Uganda. I think now they've just been complacent.
Yes, they are. No, Zambia, they've just given up.
Uganda now, Zambia trying to find a goal here. Comfortable save for the goalkeeper. Comfortable save for the goalkeeper. When Zambia were the defending champions in 2013, so remember that year they were knocked out very early in the tournament in 2013, by the way. Now here they are as the defending champions once again. They cannot afford to have a repeat of 2013, but then again, depends on what you want to achieve going forward. Second half of this match, Mumba, out goes the ball.
And it's so important also, Brian, for Zambia to stay in this competition because of the crowd. We want many people to turn up to the stadium to watch. So if they come out in the first round, I don't see many people to be coming to the ground.
In 2013, as the defending champion, Zambia arrived in Lesotho. And when they played their first game in 2013, Zambia, they were in a group C alongside South Africa. They only collected 4 points and eventually knocked out. They played a draw against Namibia 1-1, the score was. Then they lost 1-0 against South Africa. Then in last game, Zambia, that's when they played against Seychelles. They won the game by 4-0, but it was too little too late. They were knocked out in the group stages, defending champions, couldn't defend their title. But they came back in 2016 to show exactly what they're made of. Now here they are with a slightly younger team, just like in 2013. They went with a very young team. I mean, the Patson Dakar then was only 14 going towards 15 in 2013 for the Zambians.
Yes, but I know the vision is for 2019, but playing at home soil, I think they have to do better.
Before they go again now, Uganda gets the ball back. We are in the last minute of the time added on for the referee. Ball played early into the penalty area. Keeper comes out and then a defender. Apia gets the ball away. Seconds remains. Referee looks at his watch, as I look at mine as well. The scoreline at the moment remains Zambia 0, Uganda 2. And the referee says we've seen enough here today. I know the Zambian FA president is here, was watching, and there's a plan going forward. The dignitaries are up now. They will make their way out of the stadium. Serious General amongst those as well, Pongo Luwewe amongst those that are watching this encounter. Handshake around. Uganda came with a plan. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Yes, they came with a plan. The coach, he was so confident. I thought like, it's just that coachy talk, but he really meant business. And they just have a good result. So it's not even a fluke that Uganda also qualified for the AFCON for the first time after 40 years. I think their future is bright in this country.
So now we're looking at how things have gone here in this match here. Zambia losing by 2-0 against Uganda. They lose here by 2-0 in the opening game of the 2017. So we'll be having a look at the men of the match coming up shortly. So the score confirmation for this encounter, 2-0. Both goals scored by one man. Shaban is the man that scored the first and the second goal respectively for the side of Uganda as they win here by 2-0 to join Malawi on top of a group A. So they'll go above Malawi because of the fact that they consider goal. Malawi will go second as they have a +1 goal difference. The Zambians now will be the team that is sitting at the bottom because they will have a -2 goal difference while Swaziland has a -1 goal difference. But there's still plenty of football to be played. So now let's have a look. The men of the match coming up in a bit. So the chairperson of Cosafau, Moses Silangwe, is the man that's heading over the men of the match to Mohamed Shaban of Uganda. He has a bright future. He played very well today. Could have scored at least quadruple of goals or even 5 the way he went today.
Yes, he never gave up. He kept fighting from the first whistle. That's the type of talent, and I think if he's playing at home in Uganda, these are the players who deserve to play in bigger clubs, even in Europe.
So let's have a look at how the first goal was scored here by Uganda in the second half. The ball played in, and then this one slotted into the back of the net easily. Stephen Mukwala is the man that played the ball, and then it was Mohamed Shaban who was unmarked in the penalty area and putting the ball into the back of the net. Pity in 2019, would already be in 2021 by that time. He's 19 at the moment. But then the move from the back, the supply going forward, the cross, well-weighted pass into the penalty area. It was hit hard and low. And then Zambia went on the attack of their own this time around. The ball came in and the shot was taken by Mumba on the far side over the crossbar. Still, it was 1-0 in favor of Uganda at the stage. And there was a moment of brilliance to come up once again for the Ugandans when they went forward. The goalkeeper just saved the ball. Then he went on a route one ball. Long one over the entire defense and lobbed over the goalkeeper to make it 2-0 to Uganda. The defense caught napping on duty.
Yes, they were. You know, and goalkeeper getting assist. Actually, he got 2 assists in this game with that disallowed goal.
Then there was still more to come and they went forward. And then that's how the game ended with Uganda winning by 2-0. That young man, Mohamed Shaban, remember the name, scoring the 2 goals today for Uganda. So we look at the results here today overall, 3-2. It was a great game, the first one, I've got to say. Malawi led 3 times. Swaziland came back twice but couldn't get the last goal to 11 matters. Egypt left it for late. They won by 1-0. Uganda winning by 2-0. So it means in Group A, 2 matches played already. Malawi and Uganda have 3 points. Zambia and Swaziland still to find a point. Mozambique losing against the Egyptians in the first game of Group B. So what to look forward to tomorrow? We move from Arthur Davis, we go to Nkana. That's what it will be for tomorrow's game. Lesotho against Zimbabwe, the 5-6 times winners, Zimbabwe. And then South Africa against Mauritius. South Africa have won it 5 times. Join us tomorrow for more action on Questa Sport Football.
Mopani Copper Mines, proud title sponsor of the 2017 Cosafau Under 20 Championship. Mopani, mining safely for the future.